Welcome to Eagle 7 News. I'm Jonathan Laansma.
And I'm David Kalsow. Eagle 7 News starts right now.
This has been a dramatic year for the presidential elections, but thankfully that wasn't the case here at Northwestern. Anderson Bazile Jr. sat down with the newly elected president and vice president Ryan Schultz and Deborah Spooner, and they had lots to share about their plans for the upcoming year.
I love Northwestern, and I love its mission, I love its goal.
After a very competitive student government election, the student body made their voices heard by electing our new president and vice president, Ryan Schultz and Deborah Spooner. They both gave an inside look on why they even decided to put their names on the ballot.
We came because we wanted to develop this school, we wanted to continue to improve this school, and we want to see what we call true community on the school.
First, how can we develop our ability to increase the knowledge of Christ and our ability to effectively serve, but then how do we tangibly push for more ways to serve that?
Even though Ryan and Deborah won the election, there was some doubts about getting elected because of their competition's marketing strategies.
They brought some things to the table that were very valuable, and we gained a lot of respect for them through the whole process.
In most presidential campaigns, the president chooses their running mate. But in this year's student government election, things worked out a little differently.
I actually brought it up to him first.
Yeah, that's right. Deborah Spooner, the vice president, asked Ryan to run alongside her in this year's student government election.
Knowing that his experiences and his leadership capabilities, that was really, I'm like, all right, this could be something that could benefit students on a greater whole. And of course, I'd love to continue in the student government as well in these service opportunities, and I thought it would work well.
After Deborah's amazing pitch to Ryan, it was hard for him to turn her down.
There's no one I would want more as a vice president candidate than Deborah. She's just incredibly organized and she's great with speaking. She's great really with everything, and like if I go under, something bad happens, like Northwestern's sitting pretty good with Deborah. So
most of the time, highly powerful leaders are intimidating to talk to, but this year's electees are emphasizing the open door policy.
I really want them to know that we want to talk to people. The more ideas that we get, the more that we can do. So we're here to represent the students, so we love student impact and input, and we just love to talk to them as well.
For Eagle 7 News, I'm Anderson Bazile Jr.
And if you want to drop in and say hello to new student body leaders, they have an office hour Monday and Tuesday. You can also connect with the student body on all forms of social media.
It's Minnesota United's first year in the MLS, and a member of our Northwestern's coaching staff has some insider information on the team's future.
It's Minnesota United's first year in the MLS. They may have started off slow, but they got their first win last Saturday with a 4-2 win over Real Salt Lake.
It's Minnesota United's first year in the MLS. The team was founded 2 years ago, and they started playing in the NASL League. We caught up with Northwestern soccer coach Greg Wheaton on his connections with the team.
I'm pretty good friends with the general manager and the player personnel. I played with the player personnel guy. His name is Amos, and then also know some of the Brazilians on the team just because I'm from Brazil as well. Soccer is growing each year, especially in Minnesota. Minnesota's been waiting to come back into the big picture again and be part of the MLS. So it's, I think, exciting for the growth of the game, for the fans. So yeah, I think it's a great moment for Minnesota. The team has only played 5 games. Coach Wheaton tells us a quick summary on how it went. It's been a rough start of the season, but I think obviously they're a new team in a new league. I think the coach will start to sort some of the major personnel pieces out, but I think they're at least starting to kind of find a little bit of their momentum. Team chemistry is a major key in soccer. It can make players better and make the whole team better. The team currently plays at TCF Bank Stadium and has high hopes on building a new stadium in the future. I know that at one point they were looking at the stadium being ready in 2018, but I don't know if that's still the plan. I think it might be 2 years, so probably 2019. The stadium's going to be built right off of Snelling in 94, so not too far away from here.
With the team's new stadium right off Snelling, be sure to catch a game in the near future. For Eagle 7 News, I'm Mark Cleope.
You know, it sure is neat to see that a local coach is doing something at a professional level. Clay, are you a big soccer fan?
You know, I can't say I'm too big of a soccer guy, but I kind of grew up playing some different sports, but I always love watching soccer and playing with friends. So,
yeah, cool.
You know, that's good. And speaking of soccer, we had a busy week with UNW sports, and it all started with the track and field, where the men's and women's squad had multiple career best performances at the Hamlin Invite. Meanwhile, the men's and women's tennis teams both swept the University of Minnesota Morris on Tuesday and are set to play at home against Concordia Moorhead. While the men's lacrosse team wasn't successful against Northland on Wednesday, they defeated Clark University in an overtime thriller last Saturday. Women's lacrosse hit a speed bump in their season in a loss to Hamlin University but bounced back against Northland on Wednesday. Picking up their 10th win of the year, softball's UMAC season started off on the wrong foot, dropping a doubleheader to Crown, but looked to get back on the win column with another doubleheader against North Central University. And to finish off the sports this week, the UNW baseball team closed their 11-game homestand with a sweep of St. Olaf on Wednesday, and the team will play Carleton at home on Saturday. That's it for sports. Deborah, will our teams have good weather for practices this week?
Yes, they will have good weather. Actually, tomorrow is supposed to be all the way up around 70, so that is going to be very enjoyable for us. But for the region, that's actually warmer than it typically is. Usually in Minnesota, about 60 for April's average. South Dakota is about 55, so we should enjoy that while it lasts because it's not going to stick around for forever. Around Monday, it's going to be back into the 50s, so enjoy it while it's here. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Deborah. Hey, David, do you know any local coffee shops around here?
Not really. Starbucks and Caribou is all I really know. I'm from Wisconsin, but Starbucks and Caribou is pretty good.
I mean, that's good enough. Well, thankfully, we have Ashley Chipetta, who took a coffee run at new local restaurants and coffee shops around the state, so that's pretty cool.
On this episode of What's Trending, we'll be checking out the best places to grab a cup of coffee. I'm here at Cafe Latte. Let's check it out. Located off of Grand and St. Paul, Cafe Latte is perfect for gourmet quality food and a menu of delicious coffee. Set up in cafeteria style, you can grab a tray and choose from sandwiches, salads, pizza, and more. My favorite is the turkey pesto sandwich, which was super good and I definitely recommend it. Their coffee also goes perfectly with their food. I ordered a Nutella espresso drink, which was as amazing as it sounds. They topped it with whipped cream and caramel sauce. Then, to end your meal, Cafe Latte also has a full bakery section. They offer cheesecakes and pies that are as good as they look and perfect for dessert. The next place I checked out is Quixotic Coffee, located in the Highland Park area of St. Paul. Once you step inside, you'll find yourself in the middle of a trendy hipster shop. It's super cute and quaint. They serve espresso drinks, cold brew coffee on tap, and plenty of alternative drinks like teas, juices, and more. My next favorite is Spy House Coffee in Uptown. It's a classic Minnesota favorite and the absolute best if you appreciate latte art in downtown Minneapolis. I ordered a caramel latte, which was recommended as one of their most popular drinks. They served it in the cutest Spy House mug, and everything about it was so swanky. You can find more photos and information on my blog. For Eagle 7 News, this is Ashley Chipetta.
There are many other great places to visit around the Twin Cities, so keep up with what's trending to get new ideas.
After weeks of preparation, the 516 Film Festival is finally ready to go. This is the 11th edition of the festival and one of the biggest spring events on campus. The festival will be in Knight Hall on Monday. It will begin at 7 p.m., but there is free popcorn and a photo booth available for everyone before the show. Our own Deborah Spooner, Ashley Chipetta, and Haley Sprinkle will be live on the red carpet as well, so be sure to dress up and attend the festival.
Room Draw Night is upon us, and for first-timers, it can be a little intimidating. I caught up with Michaela Krompetich, RA of Ramsier, on what Room Draw Night is really like.
Well, I hear a lot of people compare Room Draw Night to the Hunger Games, and it's pretty accurate.
Room Draw Night gives students the opportunity to choose where they want to live for the following school year. Thankfully, Michaela has a few tips on how to survive.
I would say get ready to push and shove, get ready to bring lots of food, bring blankets, you're probably going to be here a while, bring Kleenexes, always a good commodity.
Room Draw Night will take place in the Stud on April 11th at 10 p.m.
You know, Jonathan, I've been thankful and lucky enough to not have to partake in Room Draw Night. That's awesome for me. How about you?
You know, I'm in the same boat. I've done it 3 years in a row, so finally, my 4th year, I don't have to deal with it.
And that's all the news we have for you this week. I'm David Kelsow.
And I'm Jonathan Laansma. Stay fly, Eagles.